Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday morning rant for Monday, the 19th of December, 2022. So it's been a good week, a fair bit of apartment stuff. I had my final apartment inspection last week, and the apartment was completely empty, of course. They removed the display furniture that they had in there, and honestly, the place looked, especially the lounge room, looked a lot smaller without the furniture in it. They had some really huge furniture pieces in there, a massive mirror, which probably helped to make the place look bigger. Very smart. And they had a huge dining table in there, full size couch and stuff. But yeah, the place looked smaller, surprisingly. Not a bad thing, not a good thing. Everything worked, everything was fine. Got more of a tour of the place as well, just to make sure that I know how to get in and out of the building properly. The underground garage is actually really freaking cool. I can buzz people in from the intercom, and I don't have to show them out. There's a wait system that opens the garage door. So people that are leaving the building just have to roll over a certain plate on the floor and the door opens, which is great. And the day after that, settlement was done, it was all finalized. So I dropped into the real estate agent, which was PPD. They were kind enough to drop my keys off at the nearest branch, which is Coogee Beach. And the girl behind the counter surprised me with a Christmas present. And initially, I was thinking, "Oh, fuck it!" It was a fairly big box, you know. And I was like, "Oh man, another thing that I have to pack and move." And if it was gonna be something trash, I was just gonna throw it in the trash. But to my surprise, it was a Rydell branded glass set for red wine, 4 glasses and a decanter. And I know this brand. I have bought this brand for my ex fiance's father, who's super into his wines, and it's not cheap stuff. It's actually a really decent brand of glassware. So yeah, really surprised. I mean, I know they can afford it and stuff, but I also know they did not need to give me anything like that. So my first housewarming kind of present, and I'm really happy with it. Um, in other news, I have been just wrapping up the year with my photography and stuff. I still haven't edited all the shots that I took with Isla Faye. And man, I'm just getting slower and slower with editing photos. Hey, like, I had spent years there where most of the time I would edit every single shot and deliver the very next day after a shoot. I suppose the way my head works is I can't cram too many things to do in my head because I'm so bad with just the ordinary stuff like taking the bins out, cleaning up the house, and food shopping and eating and all that. I'm so bad with that stuff that when I have stuff on top of that, it just stresses me out. And I wake up every day thinking about all the things that I have to do. So I got really good at editing photos really quickly just to get it off my to-do list, and to reduce the stress. But over time I've really slowed down, and it's become 1 week and then 2 weeks, and now it's been like what, three weeks since I've shot with her, and I haven't finished the photos. So um I've got to get on it and wrap up the year properly. And I haven't really mentioned this to many people, but Viv and I have been talking about slowing down on what we do for work for a while now. Like, I'd say for about a year now, we've been talking about it. And I've been talking about getting off Instagram for quite some time. And it's all basically alluding to the fact that I'm I've been shooting as a creative outlet for a few years now, just because it's easy for me. Like, I'm still an artist and I still need to create, but um, the computer has made me lazy ever since being a graphic designer. The computer has just really made me a lazy artist where you can't have unlimited undos with painting. With Photoshop, you can just try whatever you like. If it doesn't work out, you can undo, undo, undo. You can go back to a previously saved version. There's no risk factor in it at all, and there's no commitment. So I've always wanted to go back to drawing and painting. It's what I would have studied if I didn't put design as my first priority when I was going from high school to university. And it's just getting back to my roots, and I find that I'm missing that purity of painting and drawing and the permanence of it. And um it'd be better for my eyes as well to not be looking at a screen for hours a day, right? I mean, I'm doing that with gaming and I'm doing that with work, and it's doubling down. And I've been doing that since the 90s, like I used to work all morning and afternoon. And at 5 o'clock, I would hop on Quake, and it was super competitive, and I'd be playing games all night. So, I think going forwards, I'm going to make the move to shoot less. And sure, I'll still probably shoot every now and then with the girls that I love shooting with, that I've developed good friendships with. And that's cool, to shoot every now and then, to shoot a couple of times a month. But the idea of, shooting every week or a few times a week, I primarily did it because I needed the money as well. And now that I'm financially stable, I don't have to shoot in order to pay for the bills. So, yeah, it's not really an announcement or anything, not that anyone cares, but I do think I'm going to hang up photography. Bit of a shame that I just bought a brand new camera as well, but hey, I've still got that camera, so it's all still good. Um so yeah, that's something that I've been thinking about. I've got a busy week. I've been just doing more apartment stuff, so connecting the electricity. I've got to connect the internet there, and I've got a locksmith coming in tomorrow to change the locks, and I've got a screen door guy as well. Um, there's these new funky retractable screen doors now where you can completely retract the screen door away when you're not using it, and I'm gonna look into that. It should be really cool. So that's all tomorrow. Um, and I'm meant to be there today for some people want to inspect the apartment, to inspect the fire systems, and there's no internet there, there's no furniture there, and I've just bought the apartment, so I doubt the 100 people that are living in that apartment would all be there for these fire inspectors. There's no way for me to organize a set time for them to come in, so I'm going to take a bit of a risk there and miss out, and hopefully I can reschedule that sometime down the line. Um, in other news, the video that I made last week about the gaming clan and all the dramas, um, it's been a good week actually. Like the my co-leader and I have um really 100% committed to the roles of leadership, and really that was the main thing that I needed to lock down. I needed to lock down that this dude and I were going to be doing this together, co-leading the clan. And as soon as he told me that he was 100% in, there was just a huge weight lifted. I really didn't want to do it alone. I mean, I could have, absolutely, and I would have, but just having a co-leader there to keep me at bay. I'm impatient, and I've been working on that for years now. But I'm still an impatient person. I lose my shit every now and then. I'm very stubborn, and I need to learn to make compromises for the better. And the announcement that I made to the clan was all me, 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 I, and it was really emotive. And my co-leader re-edited it and took out a lot of the emotive stuff. And initially, I was upset, but I quickly got over it. I was upset for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like, "This is exactly what I need. I need someone who is going to help me to make those compromises that I need to make in order to, uh, I suppose, do better and put the community first. But uh, he's my co-leader, so it needs to be rewritten as him and I. So it's all we now, not me, and I. And some of the emotive stuff was taken out, which is fine because that is me, not us. And yeah, just little things like that have been super awesome this last week. Um, we also had another server war, and we were up against um, a much tougher clan this time. And they had more numbers than we had as well. We really had one of our lowest attendances to date, and we only lost the war by 1%. It was that close. I mean, we could have won it. And just that alone, even though it should have been like a sad thing that we lost, it ended up being a really positive thing for the morale, and especially like for my co-leader and I, it was just like a really, really good sign. um and I had fun in it, so the Diablo Immortal clan is doing really well. I think we're on the right track. I know we're on the right track. And it's crazy season at the moment. The attendance is low. That's all fair, but we have plenty of time to build this. So I'm, yeah, really happy about that. And in other gaming news, again, I decided to join Hawko in a Destiny 2 raid, King's Fall, that I had not done since Destiny 1, so completely forgotten about it. And yeah, 3 hours in, I had to leave. I had to quit, not only because I was fucking over it, but I had to do a shadow war on Diablo Immortal, so I really did have to leave. But I felt so fucking spent after 3 hours of doing this raid, where the Diablo Immortal raids only go for a few minutes. Destiny raids tend to take hours, and 3 hours in, we were probably just past halfway through the raid. And from the very first minute till the end of it, like, these guys are so comfortable in the raid that they're having fun in there. They're joking around, they're killing each other. I mean, this guy with a sword was killing me nonstop from the very first minute through to the end. And yeah, I get that you need to be happy and funny in these things because they're potentially so stressful that you need some comedic relief. But I haven't played Destiny in over a year, I think, and it was stressful for me from the start. I was trying to play my best, and just to have someone trolling around and joking around and killing me for the fun of it throughout the thing was just, it just wasn't good. It made it worse. And add to that, the Sherpa that was guiding us was giving me instructions as we were going along, but people were talking over him. And that made it, again, even more frustrating and stressful. And as I expected, the bipolar me came out. I started to ruin the vibe of the raid by just speaking out, man, just letting people know that I'm fucking over this. This is fucking shit. Like, spending an hour doing one part of the raid over and over again because we were constantly wiping. A lot of the time because of me, because I was failing at the mechanics. I, if anything, it was major confirmation for me that that kind of game is just not for me anymore. It, I'm so close to uninstalling the game But I just know that if I did do that, it would just be this sort of stupid little hissy fit, rebellious sort of notion that I don't need to do it. I don't need to uninstall it. Who knows? I could still go in there and play it again at some times and just be casual about it. But rating is 100% in Destiny 2. It's 100% not for me. I think it's totally shithouse and completely intensely stressful for little reward. And it's just yeah, just not for me. I totally get why some people are super into that. I'm into some games that are super difficult, but I prefer that to be solo so that I don't have anyone to blame but myself. But in Destiny, when you've got 8 people that all have to have a role and a job in these raids, and one person doesn't do that job, and everybody fails and has to restart over and over again. Yeah, just I don't need it. I don't need it in my life. Um, yeah. So anyway, on that note, I'm gonna keep it really short, and yeah, I hope everyone has a good week, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. See yas.